What's up, everybody? I'm Hope.
And I'm Kadero.
And welcome to H&K Chronicles.
A podcast by your favorite couple, Every Day with H&K.
We hope you're inspired by our love and our laughter.
And whatever conversations come from this.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy. What's up, everybody?
Hey.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's H&K Chronicles.
Hey.
We're here. We're back.
A podcast by your favorite couple, Every Day with H&K.
That's what I'm saying. And guys, for this evening, I'm going to be your gracious host. My name is Hope, for those of you that may not know. And here beside me is my very sexy husband, Kadero Watson. What are you...
Kadero.
I can't. Oh. I can't. You know what? My sister gave him this idea, and ever since she's given him this idea, this foghorn has been in the house all the time. Whenever he feels the need.
Anytime, I do something great, I think every man should have this, right?
Oh.
Every man in your household, I think you should get this. It's an app. It's called the Ham Horn. Just get that joint.
We're not sponsoring them by any means.
No, we're not.
This is just a random
shout out because
okay.
when I do something great, I'm gonna be like, I wash the dishes today. Hey!
Guys, I really cannot deal. I can't deal. Y'all don't understand. Every time he presses the button, I make a face. But, anywho, we want to give a huge shout out right now to H&K Nation.
H&K
Y'all are out there
Nation,
supporting us,
happening?
and we feel the love. And if you are seeing this podcast, with your own eyes right now, you see me pointing at you, that means that you are one of our patrons on Patreon.
You one of the homies.
The homies for real.
So that means if you're not on Patreon, you need to check it out. Make sure you're supporting Every Day with H&K. We're just trying to keep spreading this love and laughter and inspiring healthy relationships. And we need your help to do it. We're trying to do this. We're trying to do this thing.
We're trying to do something. And I feel like I'm doing something because I'm in the microphone.
Oh, yeah.
And y'all, H&K Nation, y'all, this is all y'all right here. Yeah. All the badges y'all be buying on Instagram, all the great stuff. This is all y'all.
This is all y'all. Everything we got right now.
We appreciate it so much. But, Kadero, we're going to dive into this
Let's do this thing.
And I am excited because many people always say, you guys just look like y'all are having a great time. Yeah. You can really, truly tell that y'all are best friends at heart and y'all make it look easy and all of that stuff. And I think that the key to an amazing marriage, for the most part, amazing, is friendship.
For the most part,
right?
she says. Hold on.
For the most part. I mean, because there's some kinks in there that we still need to work out. I mean, it's always evolving. There's always something.
Evolving. That's fact.
So, for the most part, it is amazing. But I think we can attribute that to our friendship. So, today, we are talking about friendships.
The foundation.
The foundation.
Yes.
You need to have, we believe, a great friendship before you can have any type of relationship, right?
Yeah, no doubt. I think it starts there, and it's always great to start there. And before we got to dive in kind of our friendship because ours is unique because right now, if you're trying to get into a relationship in your 20s and 30s, it's a little different looking at your friendship. Ours was neat because we were young. As those, if you listen to our other episodes, you know that we crossed paths in middle school, officially met in high school, so we kind of started the friendship there. But it was at that one point where we didn't talk for a little bit, and we had to restart the friendship a little bit. But I think it was so cool because we got to learn each other. And we were some babies. We were babies.
Looking back at our pictures, it's you're looking at your skinny neck, and your little ankles, my little ankles.
Mine still little. I still got them chicken legs.
They're still little. But I love the fact that friendship to us lays the foundation. Right? Yeah. So I feel when you are establishing a friendship, it should be easy. It shouldn't be any of those tough questions. It shouldn't be how's your credit. It shouldn't be we're not worried about that.
Baby mama drama.
Right. We're not worried about that in a friendship.
That's it.
So I feel it just lays the foundation. You're able to truly and authentically be yourself because you're not trying to put on any type of airs for that person, because you know, like when you go on a first date, right? If you go and you jump straight into dating and you go on a first date, and it's like you want to look your best, you want to say those cute things, you want to eat real cute. I know I tried
to eat real cute one time, man. We was at TGF Fridays. She tried to order the salad.
Kadero said, "Forget the bowl."
I had the what's them joints called? The ribs or something like that. What's that sauce that we had TGF Fridays?
Jack Daniel's sauce.
Jack Daniel's stuff. You know, I think I had the shrimp and ribs combo with that Jack Daniel's sauce. And Kadero literally looked at me. He's like, "Why are you playing? Why are you playing?
Eat a real meal."
And that's because, but the reason I think about it, the reason not because we had a friendship already. Like we knew each other, and I'm like, yo, you ain't got to be
like, why did you switch it to being cute just because like now we're trying to date, right? So it's like, that's a great point. Like when you're friends, you don't have to put on those airs. Like you can just truly be yourself. And I think like kind of fast forwarding a little bit, if you have that friendship, then that person knows what to expect. So if y'all ever got into that dating relationship, they should already know what it is.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And I think cool about laying the foundation, you talked about getting to know each other. Those are the times where you can really get to see if you can actually be with that person. Like, that's what I'm even saying. if you're not thinking dating, it may just be friendship and that turns into dating. But it could be like, I'm interested in this person, like, and what we call it talking. We just talking.
Y'all talking.
We just talking. Like that's usually another term, like just that friendship stage. Because then you can like, because right now that you start out, you're more infatuated by them more than anything.
That part. And
so like, I'm attracted. And I got this infatuation with you.
Listen.
But let me be friends with you, because that may fade quick.
This is what I'm saying. Because look, and I'll even take it here when I say, you know how we be on like Facebook or Instagram and you see the people that you thought you was just, that was banging back in high school, right? And it's like now you see them now, you like, ooh, things fade a little bit. You know, things could have faded. So it's like you have to definitely have that foundation of friendship to where it's like, okay, if things fade, God forbid, we get in an accident and like your arm is gone or something. I'm just saying.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
You took it deep. And
I did. But it's like, if we have something else besides looks, like I'm attracted to your mind, your spirit, your heart, all that stuff. Like that's what's gonna sustain us at the end of the day.
And I think when you talk about people talk about us having fun, like we figured that out because we were friends. Like, can you imagine if you just want to go in a relationship with somebody and then you realize we sitting at the dinner table and you are boring as all get out. We can't have any fun. Like we don't have fun together. Like why would I want to be with you? If we can't even have fun. And I think friendship is a great time where you can figure that out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's great. But
something else I thought about was patience. I saw something that talked about friendship kind of helps with patience. So, because we live in this microwave society, we're trying to do it. We try to do everything fast, especially I think when you get to your older age, when you're in 20s and your 30s and you're dating. Like we already put this pressure on ourselves, or we say our biological clock is ticking and we need to do things quick, and so you sometimes want to skip the friendship part and get right into dating. That's what I'm saying. And so but sometimes it's nice that if you just date, it teaches you patience. And when you're patient, you'll get to learn somebody. And you can see those red flags a little earlier.
Yeah.
Instead of being in a relationship. I think it's cool. What did you think? Did you see red flags when dating me? Like, not dating me, but in that friendship? Like, was there moments when we were friends, you was like, Kadero cool, but I don't know if I like this about him. No, I think honestly, like, I did. I thought that you were cool. The only thing that made me nervous, and this is my truths, you know, my truths. Speak your truth, sis.
I can't deal with that. But I think honestly, like, a thing that made me nervous, I love her to this day, but Kadero or still has a very close relationship to his mother. Mm-hmm. And I thought that, you know,
I was a mama's boy.
You were definitely a mama's boy. And I think it was one of those things that it was like, it kind of made me nervous, because now I'm like, okay, well, if we do go forward with this dating, is he going to expect me to be like his mother? Am I going to have to compete for this type of time, you know, that he spends with his mom? Or like, does he know how to set those boundaries when moving forward into the dating scene? Because sometimes there are some guys out here that their mom is still in their marriage. And I thank God that like that is not our case, because your mother is great, and she like all of our parents give us that privacy. Yeah.
You know how to fall back.
But it was one of those things when we were in that like friendship dating stage, it was kind of like, okay, am I going to have to deal with this in the future?
Yeah.
Like, how is he going to navigate this now? Yeah. That if we do decide to say I do, like, do you know how to separate the two?
That's true.
Yeah. What about, now I'm curious, did you have any red flags with me?
I'm trying to think. Because it was different. Like, I didn't know, like, if, for me, you know me, I would, you know me, I was trying to just be friends with everybody.
And let's set the record straight.
I was just trying to be friends with everybody at one point, and it was just like to see who was willing. Let me say, I had no game. I'm gonna put it out there.
Be honest.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna speak my truth.
I can't with the speaking our truth. Go ahead, speak your truth, bro.
I had no game, and so I was friends with everybody. I was the listening type. Like I was always around the girls so they could talk and listen. And I figured anybody, and I'm just putting out my hook. You know, that's what it was. I was putting the hook out there to see who was going to be willing
Who was going to bite?
Who was going to bite? Who's going to just be like, I want to get to know Kadero more than just this friend. That's how I think I was. So it was more like, all right, what is she going to do? Like,
you were waiting to see what I was going to do?
I was just waiting to see what you was going to do.
Because you're saying at that point, you weren't spitting no game.
Because I wasn't spitting any game to nobody. You know?
You just didn't have it in you. Kadero was just
I was scared.
around for a good time. Whatever happened.
I was around for a good time.
Yeah.
I was just gonna be there, and what happens.
I don't even know how we got to this point of the conversation. What were we talking about? Red flags?
We were talking about like how did we like with the friendship piece? Like, was there any red flags that we felt like, because you can in friendship, when you have that friendship,
when you can
almost break up without actually breaking up when you think about it. Like, we were friends, so we were friends in 9th, 10th grade, right?
Yeah.
But like we broke up. Now we broke up from our supposed girlfriend, boyfriend. Like,
yeah, that didn't really.
But like we were friends, like, and we like didn't talk,
right?
But we still knew each other.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like any hard feelings. I think when you like rush into that relationship piece.
Yeah.
And have a friendship, when that breakup happens, a lot of times you're like, oh crap, like this is done. Where a friend,
they're still around afterwards.
You could still possibly be around,
yeah.
and if you can come back together, where it's like, okay, there's a relationship that can happen from this, but like, and so you almost like break up, like, all right, cool. Like after a while, I'm like, yeah, we don't mesh well, so we can kind of break up or like just not hang out anymore. And there's no hard feelings. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, all right, we just not hanging out anymore. Like when we didn't hang out for the year, there was no hard feelings.
There was no hard feelings. And it leaves it open though, like for us in our conversations, like we eventually came back together.
Yeah.
So like if your friendship, if you have this great friendship and then you quote unquote break up with your friendship, but you're still friends, like there's still that open door of, I remember, having this great friendship with Kadero. Like, I wonder what he's up to, and that's pretty much what happened. Like, I wonder how, things are with him now. Let's kind of reconnect, and if it didn't end in a bad place because you were friends, like, it just makes it that much easier to keep that door open in case another opportunity like ours did presented itself.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I like that. Another thing that I was thinking about though too is like, and we've talked about this, like just the setting the foundation of friendship. So I want to ask you, like, what does that look like if somebody's saying, okay, well, how do we, like, what are some key tools or like ways that we should establish this friendship? Like, what would you say?
Well, I would say you gotta be like open. You gotta be, I would say, hot. I've heard this term, hot. I think Pastor Michael Todd, I've heard use something hot all the time, like being honest, open, and transparent with the person.
Say
and
it slow one more time.
Honest.
Honest.
Hot. Open and transparent.
That's what I'm saying.
But like for real though, like
yeah.
if we're gonna talk about our friendship and I'm getting to know you, like I want to know your values. Like, are you a religious person or have a relationship with God? Do you like this, or what are your values? What are your goals? Like certain, like I would say surface level though, type stuff, not like the stuff that's
like we said. How's your credit?
Yeah. Like how many kids you want to have? Do you want to get like? We're not even going there. Do you want to get married? Hold on. Ma'am or sir, like
dating stages.
We're not dating. Why are you worried about if I want to get married or not?
Right.
Like, so it's one of those things. But you can still be honest with the person and be open. And that's, I think, open is probably the key part to that. Because like you're open to say, okay, this is how this person acts. This is how that person is. They're either super extroverted or they're introvert. They enjoy quality time by themselves, or they like being around a lot of people.
And then when you possibly move from the friendship to the dating, like I stated earlier, they already know. So it's not like they're confused, like, well, who's this new person? No, this is who you started liking and loving. Like, so they kind of know what to expect if you, quote unquote, work out those kinks in the beginning, in the friendship stage. But I like what you said too about like keeping it honest. And for me, honesty, guys, honesty is so key. And I'll even say like in our relationship, like it took us a while. Like everything that we're sharing with you guys has been through experience. Like we didn't start off in this, what y'all see today. Like it's taken work. But like we've gotten to the point that I always tell Kadero, you are better telling me the truth, whether it hurts me or whether I don't want to hear it, than not telling me the truth. And then it ends up coming out somewhere else, and now I don't trust you. So I feel like it's one of those things that if you're honest from the beginning in your friendship, now it's like I know, okay, well, if I were to date this person, I know that they're going to be honest with me even when we're dating. And if they're honest with me when we're dating, that now forms this trust. It now forms this intimacy between the two of us. So it's like it's kind of like steps for me. If you're honest, then now we have trust, now we have intimacy, and now we can be vulnerable with each other. And when you reach the space of being vulnerable with somebody, it's like, you know, now, okay, now we are potentially going to be a power couple, because now we have faced things together. We know that we can be honest 100% with each other, and now I can trust you. So it's like, once I know I can trust you, it's us against the world at this point.
Us against the world. Us against the world.
That's what I'm saying.
I like that. I think this is a good little time where we could take a quick little break.
Oh, let's take a break.
Yeah. But we're going to come back because we want to talk a little deeper into this friendship question, because I want to ask about friend zone. So we'll be right back.
Peace.
All right, and we're back. And we're talking that friendship.
Yes.
The key foundation to any relationship. And so I told Hope before the break, I was like, yo, I want to ask the question about the friend zone. Like, when you think, so we talk about, you know, having a good relationship with somebody and creating that foundation of friendship. Mm-hmm. What happens though when you friends and then all of a sudden that person puts you, like, you wanted it, but that person puts you in a friend zone? They're like, oh nah, I think you're just a good friend. Like, how do you navigate that? Like, how am I navigating if all of a sudden when we were friends back in the day, and then eventually when you came at me, and I was like, oh yeah, appreciate it, but
not appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate the love, appreciate the lunch, but I just see you as my friend, man. We cool people.
I think that's when you just have to, like, I mean, because you can't force anybody to date you, and if you are trying to force somebody, that's not gonna work. Like, that's not a good look. Yeah. That's not it. But I think I would be, if I'm honest, I would be like, oh, oh dang, like
yeah, right,
right,
oh dang.
But at the same time, you never want to put yourself in a position where you want something and the other person doesn't, because at that point it's like, yeah, you're worth more than that. You need to go and be with somebody that wants you on that level as far as like dating. So I think it's something that you just have to like process, and if you're still cool with being with friends with that person, but then again, that's hard too, because now it's like, dang, I kind of invested something, and now you start dating somebody, and I'm like low-key hating a little bit.
I guess that's why they say love is a risk, man.
Love is a risk.
It's a risk. It's a risk you gotta be willing to take. Are you willing to dive in the deep end? Or are you gonna stay? Whoa. Yeah, we wild.
I can't. Yeah, but I don't know. I've never had that happen to me before.
Oh, so everybody that's your friend, if you approach them, they ain't say nah, you in the friend zone.
I really honestly
like
didn't approach though.
I feel like I've been
put in the friend zone.
I think I was put in the friend zone.
You was put in the friend zone?
Yeah, like in high
school.
So
how did you navigate it?
I'm just gonna be your friend. Then, yeah.
So you stayed friends then with that person?
Yeah, we just stayed friends. Like it wasn't. Alright, we gonna be friends. So
is this who you left me for?
I've never left you for anybody. We're not gonna go there. See? Just because you date, well, did you date the person you left me for, or did y'all just have
I didn't leave you for anybody.
We're not gonna see. We're over here talking about somebody totally different than the subject we're on. But I know who. Yes, we're talking about that person.
Okay.
But we just stayed friends.
Gotcha. So you were just like, there's nothing I can do about it. Let's just move on.
Hey, we just move on.
Did you get jealous, like when you would see that person if they moved on to somebody else?
Nah.
No. So you just accepted it.
I accepted it because I had a lot of friends.
Had a lot of friends.
Had a lot of friends.
Okay.
And look, and I had a friend that came out of nowhere and called me up to go to lunch. Her name was Hope.
Boom.
And look what happened.
That's what I'm saying.
What is it?
But it's funny though, because like, and this is what is just ironic, because like for you say like you're not the type of person to step out and approach a girl or like spit that game, as you would say, right?
No game.
But honestly, I am not the type of girl that honestly, well, I guess I was in this instant, but like before you or like I was never the type to go out after a guy.
Gotcha.
Like honestly, and I am saying this in the most humble way possible, but like normally it was like if a guy was interested, he would come up to me, but I would never go after. So it's kind of like God knew what personalities we had.
Yeah, because I was interested, but it wasn't like, and I wouldn't ask a, like if I wanted to, hey, you would like to go out with me, like I think I could done that. It was
you
just
could have
like,
at least done the bare minimum.
The bare minimum. Hey, you want to catch a movie?
Yeah.
Real dorky like too. I would have. Hey, you want to catch a movie, guy?
Yikes! And yeah, I'm glad I approached you, babe. I'm glad you didn't come at me with that. I don't know if I would have accepted.
Do you want to be friends? Yes
but anyways,
or no?
But I do honestly just love the friendship level, because you get to just be yourself. Like you get to, and I keep saying that, but authentically be yourself. And it's at that point that person just decides, well, both of you decide, but if you throw out your true self, then that person can determine, okay, yeah, cool, I think I can be with this person, or no, that's not it. So it just kind of eliminates, a lot.
Because there's a lot of pretending that can go on.
Listen, a lot of pretending can go on, because everybody's putting their best.
You felt that hard. Did you go through that moment or something? I don't think I pretended. So who was that with?
You didn't pretend. It wasn't you, but look, a lot of people pretend. It's
funny we talk about this, guys, but we were super young when we were dating. So to say like we went through this, she had to be like 16.
Look, sometimes you be feeling like you in love at 16. But yeah, but as we were saying, people pretend, and that's the good thing about the friendship, is that if you've hung around that person long enough, true colors do eventually show and come out. So the longer you are friends, the more you are seeing this person, the more you catch them with, as y'all saw on Instagram, probably LB, my nickname Lil Bun, you know what I'm saying? So it's like he experiences those moments where it's like, I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to have a friendship with you.
Yeah.
And if I'm not trying to quote unquote impress you because we're just building friendship, you see the ugly, the good, the bad, and all that stuff. So I think it's just important to lay that foundation, and that way everybody is seeing people for who they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
It's never any pressure to be somebody that you're not. So, and I think with dating, there's a lot of pressure to being who you may not be. And y'all,
there's a lot of pressure. Like, shout out to those who out there trying to date and figure this thing out.
You've seen me with my natural hair before we started dating. It's some people that date and then look, then a few weeks go by and you don't even recognize, it don't even look like the person you first went on the date with in the beginning.
No.
That's all I'm saying. But with the friendship, you've seen me a lot of ways.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what you're getting into.
That's right.
You know what I look like.
Man.
Just saying. But that's all I got. I mean, I don't know. Do you have anything else that you want to share as far as friendships and how important it is, or anything, sir?
I just can say that I'm glad that we are friends. I'm glad. Because even when you think about it, like, we started as a friendship. Now that we dated, then we're married. So 11 years into our marriage, and if we're going through hard times, if we're struggling, if we feel like, oh, this marriage is going through a rocky road, we can always lean back and say, man, but that's my friend right there.
Yeah.
Like, there's such a love that we have. Like, I think it's like levels of love. Like, that marriage love is like that agape love, like that unconditional type love.
Yes.
But that friendship love is a unique love that you have where you can always go back to that.
You can resort back to
it. Yeah, like, I can resort back to that to almost to get me back to my foundation, get me back to center of who we are. Like, when we struggled, we can say, but man, at the end of the day, the respect and love I have for her, because that's my friend. Like,
right. And I think too, like, even in marriage, like we're talking about, like, there are times where I need you to be my husband. And there are also times where I don't need my husband, the one that provides and fixes everything. Like, I just need that friend, that listening ear.
That's deep.
That you were when I was sitting on your couch when my parents were going through a divorce. Like, that's the one person I need right now.
Yo, like, I remember that, man.
You know?
That's crazy, because, like, Hope literally came to my house, like,
all the time.
Sat on the couch. Just sat on the couch. We had this maroon couch
on this shoulder right here.
We had this maroon couch that she used to sit on, and she used to just kick back, relax. Either she would say nothing or she would talk. Like, and I was just there to be a listening ear. And I think that's what's cool about the friendship, because people are, like you said, just there to talk, to listen. And like, that was a hard thing I had to learn. And I think that's a part of the phase, and maybe we'll talk about it in future episodes. It's just that phase when you're talking about friendship, dating, marriage, like, learning, because we now are married. I'm a husband. I'm a provider. I'm head of the house. I'm a man that want to fix.
You're right.
Sometimes you just want it to be me to be the friend. Just go in friend mode, just to listen. Just somebody you can vent to. And there's no judgment. There's no, I want to talk about it. Maybe you want me to have your back. I should always have your back, but like, even if you're wrong, have my back. I need to be my friend. To have my back on this, and then I can later be like, all right, but for real, maybe you can't do that.
That's happened before.
But but I think that is so important, and that we both, man and woman, has to figure that out. When you reach that stage of, okay, sometimes when you have that friendship, you can resort back to that. If you don't, it's interesting, because now you don't know what that feels like.
You don't know what that you don't know what that friendship feels like.
You don't
so
know
what do you resort back to?
Right.
All you know is husband and wife.
And that's what's scary when you're in a marriage and now we're struggling. I can't resort back to just having fun with you. So like, when, let's say, okay, let's go back to how it used to be. Well, what was that?
What was it?
I guess you can do dating, but you better hope.
But in that beginning, was it true?
Well, yeah, were you the true self? But now in marriage, you done showed your true self. So now you're trying to go back to dating.
To the fake person? The one that put their best foot forward first? And
yeah.
Was it maybe themselves?
Yeah, that's true. So that's why I think that friendship is so important.
Fall back on the friendship in
Fall
tough
back on
times.
that friendship, man. I love it. I love it.
So true. Yeah, that's good.
Man.
Well, guys, we are at our time. We try to keep these around 30 minutes. We may go over sometimes, but I think, do you have anything else?
No, I just want to tell the folks, appreciate you checking in and listening today. H&K Nation. Man, at this time, we got so much going on right now that we're excited about.
Yes.
Make sure you follow us.
Yep.
Follow this podcast. Review it. Share it.
Subscribe
tell all your
to
friends.
it.
Subscribe to it. Tell all your friends, man. You can check us out on all social media platforms.
Yep.
Every day with HK. And guess what? Check out our website, man.
Wait, where's your phone cord?
You need my phone.
Because now I want to use it.
Oh, I can't with that. Yes.
Hold on. Check out. You got to say it again. Repeat yourself. Repeat yourself.
You got to check out our website. Yeah, Every Day with HK has a website.
We got a website.
And it's everydaywithhk.com. We check it out, man. Just a little love that we're showing. And you can check out all the things we're doing. Check out our Patreon.
Yep.
We got some great things. The homies.
Y'all right there.
That's right.
I love y'all.
Just the supporters, man. We're looking to do this thing a long time to help you guys and like we said, we consider ourselves marriage mentors.
Because we don't have
we ain't experts. We ain't experts. We ain't got degrees in this, but we love helping people. We love seeing
our experiences.
We love seeing people win in relationships, man. And that's all we're trying to do is make an impact on this world. So Every Day with HK, we try to inspire healthy relationships with love and laughter. We again thank you for listening to this episode of H&K Chronicles, a podcast by Every Day with H&K. Until next time, we love you.
Peace.
Peace.